Credits to Khan Academy and the College Board. Inference questions. Okay. Answers, Yanur.
All of them answered A.
Oh wait, okay. All of them A. And what about you? The same or different?
Both answered A, yes.
Okay.
Should I read?
I want this is inference question, an inference question. Yes. Start
Uh,
reading and try to analyze it.
okay. Georgia Douglas Johnson wrote many plays in the 90s and 30s.
So we're talking
At the
about a
time,
writer. Yes. That's the main character.
at the
Okay.
time, professional theater companies rarely put on plays by black women. So
Okay, there is a
few
clue here.
that they don't put
A
they
suffering.
don't put plays
A suffering because she was what?
black.
Yes, a black writer. Pay attention to the adjectives and the adverbs. Rarely put on plays by black women. Huh. So the
So
conjunctions,
few of Johnson's plays made it to the stage.
she couldn't
Only
make it because they
some
were racists. The theater companies were racist during that time. So we're dealing with racism, and we have a negative situation Georgia Douglas faced. Okay, that's why the first sentence and the first two sentences are very important. Only
small number of her plays were published in her lifetime.
in her lifetime, right?
Yes,
In her lifetime. There is a cause and effect relationship between the first two sentences and the third sentence.
because
Can you explain that relation?
she was black, she couldn't. Her plays couldn't make it to the stage. That's why she made a little. She published a little plays in her lifetime.
In her lifetime. The transitions are very important. Here is a
Contrast.
transitional word but contrast relationship. هو الطبيعي طبعا ان هو small number of her plays were published as you have just said in her lifetime since the racism when the companies didn't like to play or to perform or to proceed writings by black women during that time. But that's a transition. Huh?
That
That doesn't mean
that Jonathan never learned what other people thought of her plays.
just a sec.
John,
If we have double negative, it means positive. يعني I have here not and never. Negative plus negative equals positive. She doesn't, or it doesn't mean that Johnson never learned. So did she learn or not?
she learned
Bravo. يبقى she learned what other people thought of her
of her plays.
of her. She learned the opinions of people على البلايز بتاعتها. ده transition ان كان في only a small number but she knew what people thought of her her plays. So we need to pay attention يا جماعة للtransitions. They are very important. Transitions of writing can help me during the reading. Johnson hosted, huh?
Weekly get-togethers for fellow black writers and artists in her Washington, D.C. home.
That's a
Attend,
solution to her problem. And that's an
yes,
explanation why she learned about people's opinions of her plays. لأن هي she did what? She
weekly
hosted.
get-together.
Very good. That's the solution to know how people thought of her plays. عملت
Uh,
weekly get-togethers. Attendees, so that's the
to learn
solution to learn people's opinions of her plays. الاتنديز بقى بيعملوا ايه؟ Read, huh?
and discuss one another's work, including Johnson's own. These
These
greetings
gatherings. Could therefore
Gatherings
serve
could
as.
also serve
So
as
without reading the choices, so the gatherings helped
help her analyze, like learn,
learn about her place. Okay. Can you see choice B? A way for Johnson to learn about plays that were published in other cities. If you see other, most probably, this choice is not correct.
because it's about her.
It's do we have other cities? ولا هي Washington DC, only Washington DC home. So that's the problem. It's just Washington, right?
Yes,
Okay. Did the companies had anything to do with those gatherings or they were personal gatherings?
personal gatherings.
Personal هم أصلا كانوا against to solve the problem of the company's racism during
Yes.
that time and no discussion of her future 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 plays by Johnson. لا ده كان كله
And
بيدiscuss one another's يعني it was not only about Johnson ده هو كانوا بيدiscuss during that meetings one another's products. So these gatherings could therefore serve as an
in the platform,
opportunity for Noor.
they can for each other,
Yes,
so
to
they
get
can
get feedback. If you want to match, if I want you to help me match, get feedback on her plays to one word or to a phrase here or a clause, what would it be in the text?
discuss one another's work.
It can be discuss one another's work, yes, and also what other
What
people,
other people.
yes, to get the feedback. Thank you so much.
Mhm.